Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my videos. Going to be giving you my predictions for Manchester United's game against Newcastle at Old Trafford. So I'm going to go for a Manchester United win, and the score I'm going to go for 2-1 to Manchester United. The goal scorer to Manchester United, I'm going to go with Marcus Rashford and Anthony. And Newcastle's goal scorer, I'm going to go for Alain Saint-Maximin. So that is your predictions. On another video, like I've already mentioned, I'll be giving you my predicted 11 for this game. So Manchester United are coming into this game on the back of a 1-0 win against the Man Utd Nicosia at Old Trafford in the Europa League. The goal came from Scott McTominay in the 93rd minute of stoppage time. So Scott McTominay saved Manchester United from humiliation. Manchester United almost got embarrassed twice by Ammonia Nicosia. As for McTominay, he did come on in the game against Ammonia Nicosia at Old Trafford. He didn't start. He won't be playing in this game against Newcastle as he is suspended. In the game against the Man Utd Nicosia recently, Manchester United had a total of 34 shots. We had around 12 or 13 of them shots on target. You know, you had Rashford that had big chances. Casemiro had some chances. He had one from a header and he had one that hit the crossbar. I think Fred had some opportunities. Anthony had a chance. Cristiano Ronaldo had some chances as well. But I've got to give credit to the Ammonia Nicosia goalkeeper because he made some fantastic saves in that game. He is a boyhood Manchester United fan. Manchester United won their last league game against Everton at Goodison Park 2-1. And reflecting on that win, Man United have won 5 of their last 6 Premier League games, and Man United ended Everton's 2-game winning run. Man United do have some players missing. Like I've said, McTominay is suspended for this game against Newcastle, and Wan-Bissaka's injured, but he wouldn't play anyway, Bissaka, because Diego Dalot is our first choice right back. Martial's injured, so obviously he played no part against the Man Utd Nicosia at Old Trafford. Martial came off injured in the first half in the 2-1 win against Everton, but he did get an assist in that game before he came off. He was obviously replaced by Ronaldo. Varane just come back from injury not so long ago. Varane played no part against the Man Utd Nicosia recently. Donny van der Beek has been out with a knock. Brandon Williams is still injured. He's been injured for a while, but he doesn't get in the team anyway. Harry Maguire, he's still injured, but he wouldn't start anyway because he's no longer one of our first choice centre-halves following the arrival of Lisandro Martinez. So they're the players Man United have missing. Manchester United won this fixture against Newcastle at Old Trafford last season 4-1. Like I said on the preview recently, this will be a tough game for Manchester United as Newcastle are in form at the moment. Newcastle won their last game against Brentford 5-1. Not so long ago, they won away against Fulham 4-1. The Newcastle United manager is Eddie Howe. And to his credit, I think he's doing a good job now at Newcastle. Eddie Howe got appointed in as the Newcastle manager in November last year. So he's been the Newcastle manager now for almost a year. Don't forget, Eddie Howe signed a long-term contract with Newcastle. Before Newcastle, Eddie Howe was at Bournemouth. He was at Bournemouth for a lot of years. He enjoyed 2 spells with Bournemouth. Spent the vast majority of his managerial career with Bournemouth. And at one point, he had a spell with Burnley. But Eddie Howe has been backed by Newcastle. You know, he has made signings as the Newcastle manager. Before Eddie Howe, Newcastle had Steve Bruce. Newcastle ended up sacking him because he wasn't good enough. At one point, Newcastle had Rafa Benitez. Newcastle were actually quite consistent under him, but Rafa Benitez ended up resigning at the time because he wasn't getting backed enough by Newcastle. And at one point, Newcastle had Alan Pardew. I do know a lot of the players that Newcastle have got. They've obviously got Carl Darlow. I think he's Newcastle's first choice goalkeeper. He's out with injury at the moment. They've got another goalkeeper, Nick Pope. Newcastle got him from Burnley, and they've got 2 other goalkeepers as well. Newcastle have Kieran Trippier. He's a full-back. Newcastle signed him from Atletico Madrid. They've got Matt Targett. Newcastle signed him from Aston Villa. Daniel Byrne. Newcastle signed him from Brighton. Sven Botman. Newcastle, I think, signed him this year. Matt Ritchie. He's out with injury at the moment. Paul Dummett. Joelinton. Newcastle have John Joe Shelvey. He's a midfielder. John Joe Shelvey's out of injury at the moment. He's a former Liverpool and Swansea player. Sean Longstaff. He's a good midfielder. He's brothers with Matty Longstaff. Jamal Lewis. Newcastle got him from Norwich. Lascelles. Newcastle have Callum Wilson. He's a former Bournemouth player, so obviously Wilson is been reuniting with Eddie Howe at Newcastle. Ryan Fraser, he's also a former Bournemouth player, so he's been reuniting with Eddie Howe at Newcastle. Chris Wood is a good attacking player. Newcastle signed him from Burnley. I thought Chris Wood was very good when he was at Burnley, and he was at Leeds before Burnley. Alain Saint-Maximin, he's very good. He's probably one of the best players Newcastle United have got. Miguel Almiron's an attacking player. Alexander Isaac, Newcastle signed him from Real Sociedad. He's out with injury at the moment. Jacob Murphy, he's another attacking player. Emil Kraft, now he's injured at the moment. So yeah, they are a lot of the players that Newcastle have got. And there's some good players in there that I mentioned. Maybe there's some average players as well that I mentioned. Let me put into the equation that Newcastle have let players go. They let Matty Longstaff go out on loan, was it to Colchester? They let Federico Fernandez go. They let Isaac Hayden go. They lost Kieran Clark. Don't forget, Martin Dubravka got loaned out to Man United from Newcastle. Man United do have the option to buy Martin Dubravka for around $5 million at the end of the loan. Dubravka's not yet made an appearance for Man United. He's just second choice to number 1 David De Gea. So there you go. But Newcastle United, when they had that takeover, you know, become one of the richest clubs in the world. Newcastle's former owner is Mike Ashley. He owned Newcastle for around, 13 years or so, and he got heavily criticised by a lot of Newcastle fans. Didn't he? So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.